you, as you were, about poverty and equality in America just a moment ago. Why don't you pick this up and carry it for a while?
And I thank again the gentleman from California for yielding. The Make It in America program, the concept of that is a very strong domestic agenda. In and of itself, it has great merit. But let's put that into the context of a bigger picture, and that is the international sweepstakes for the economy, for landing jobs. You know, many of us can recall the global race on space in the 60s, and it was critical to win that race. We had come off a failing moment with Sputnik, dusted off our backside and said, never again. So this nation committed with passionate resolve that we would win that global race on space. That was just two nations, U.S. versus USSR. Who would land on that moon, stake their flag first? We were determined it was going to be the United States. And a rather youthful president led a nation, again with passionate resolve, so that we had dollars for training, for research, for education, for equipment. And we were going to win that race, and we did. And in my first year in Congress in '09, we celebrated the 40th anniversary. And Neil Armstrong was here to shake the hands of many members of Congress and thanking him for the poetry in that July of 1969. It was more than the one small step for man, one giant step for mankind, the poetry of the moment. It was the unleashing of untold amounts of technology that impacted communications, energy generation, healthcare. Across the gamut of job creation, technology entered in. Fast forward to today, a rather youthful president is asking again that we embrace with passion our entry into a global race, this time on innovation and clean energy and high tech. But this time, dozens of competitors. So Make It in America is noble in and of its own right. But it is critical when we place it into the bigger picture of a global race on innovation. And it's not our choice to determine if we're going to enter the race. Our choice ought to be how prepared, how strong, how competitive will we be as we enter that race. And that requires education, higher ed, skills development, energy costs, innovation of all sorts. That comes with the passion of reform. And so we need an agenda like that presented with Made in America that addresses the needs of the workers, that speaks to the empowerment that comes with research, which equals jobs. For us to have that pioneer spirit, which I believe is in the DNA of America and her workers, we need to embrace that pioneer spirit and move forward. Now, Representative Garamendi is going to joke that I always talk about the donor area that the 20th Congressional District of New York is and was to the development of the Industrial Revolution in this nation. But the Erie Canal made a port out of a little town called New York and then developed into the birthing of a necklace of communities called mill towns that became the epicenters of invention and innovation. We need that same spirit to be embraced today with this out-of-the-box thinking, where we can bring about the best of America and provide hope for workers, for families across this nation, and to do it in a way that allows us to win this given race, this global race on innovation. Whoever wins this race, as the President Obama has been quoted oftentimes, will be the kingpin of the international economy. That is an important assignment to this House, the House of Representatives. It's an important assignment to Congress. It's an important challenge to all of us as Americans to commit to that agenda of investing in America so that our best days lie ahead. And I'm convinced that with this sort of progressive thinking, our best days lie ahead, and that we deliver hope to the doorsteps of individuals and families across this nation with a vision of how we can win this next order of global competition.
Representative Tonko, once again,